Paris Stone. Lover, fighter, stud. Set in his ways at age 30 in a hard nut to crack, was driving his new Chevy pickup that he borrowed from that old man down the road. Oh, that old farmer. Wished he didn't have to kill him to get it. The killing had to stop. It was getting to him. He tried to think about good things. He turned onto his dirt road. His truck. His prospects in New Jersey. Why, a prison buddy said he'd fix him up posing naked for pictures for big money. Well, he'd pose naked all his life. Might as well do it and get paid for it. Oh, yeah, lots of pussy in the good life. Oh, man, he'd run over something and probably fucked up his tires. He got out and saw what it was, and it was Stig. Stig. His nasty guts all over the nice new mud flaps. Through the power of prayer, Delbert Cochran had managed to convince Dottie Stone that that turkey wasn't her. She set herself down into a torture chair and dug deep down into the massive folds of her gargantuan bosom to the place where she keeps her treasures, and pulled out a wet box of Marlboro Lights in her Elvis pick. She lit one and talked up a storm. Mister, if I had me a car, I'd drive over to Ironton. The man over there said he'd take care of me. Buy me a car, a trailer, dinner, take me fishing. But I can't go fishing, can I? They'll take that fishing line and tie my tubes. Well, I won't allow it, though. No, I won't allow it. I'll get me a goddamn gun and blow them motherfucking heads off. Now, Dottie, ain't nobody gonna tie your tubes. Delbert knew she was bad off, but not this bad. And he prayed to the Lord to ask, he prayed, oh, can I come back the next day or maybe the next day to save her as I'm just all saved out. I got to go now. Now, you all have you nice Thanksgiving there. It'll cook you up a nice Thanksgiving. It has the Lord's blessing. If you come back, Dottie said, trying to look at her feet, tell that black-headed woman I need shoes. Delbert didn't think her feet made for shoes, but he said he'd tell her. He put on his hat and went over to the twins who were cracking nuts with a rock. Girls, he said, as Pammy said, shit, mashed her thumb. Your teacher, Dorothy and Mabry, is dead. We know, Pammy or Patty said. We know who killed her, said the other as she smashed a nut with a big dirty brick. The twins told Delbert what they knew, the sparse information delivered in short, simultaneous spurts as was their way. Delbert slumped in a chair and prayed despite the piss smell. He saw Dorothea Mabry's headless body float in and out of a naked light bulb when he realized what he had on his hands. A murderer. A killer was passed out there on the road. Why, he had to get that murderer out of the road and into the jail. He runs to the door but stops at a sight. On the good planks of the front porch was Paris Stone. Paris Stone sticking out his big, thick muscles for his sisters to rub their breasts on. They were both doing it. They did. Delbert cleared his throat and watched. He coughed, but they didn't stop. I got to go now, he said, ashamed. I got to go get the police. Paris cringed and asked, what about the police? And then Delbert said what the twins had told him and that the murderer was still out there, passed out in the road. No hurry on Stig, old man, Paris said. I didn't run over him with my truck. Give us a ride, the twins said as they craned their long, dirty necks over the railing to get a better look. Give us a ride, they said, not quite in an echo effect that's not quite simultaneously as in an echo effect that Paris hated. Back off of me, Paris said. I will give you a ride when I'm damn well ready. As the twins whimpered in a corner and bared their breasts. Parcell decided not to go to the show as there is too much action going on right here. His mother was in her room moaning with her imaginary man friend. His brother was sucking on his sister's titties again. The goat's brother had taken off his red tie and Stig was dead in the road. Why, it was like a movie he wouldn't be allowed to see if the goat's brother, the goat enforced ratings. The goat's brother was on the porch screaming, "Stop it! Stop it! You all stop it right now! You all his brothers and sisters!" he said, and he tried to decide whether to pull them apart or just leave until he remembered why he'd come back in the first place. "My car won't start. You'll have to take me in your truck. My veins won't hold out. You see, I got the varicose veins." "Well," Paris said as he wiped his mouth, "I guess I'll have to." "No!" the twins said, and with a single backhand, Paris sent them flying simultaneously across the room. "I got to go now. I got to go." "Well," Paris said, "okay. Just let me go get my license," he said, and went into the house. Parcell decided to save the old man like a hero in the show. Like a hero in a dirty movie would save all the naked cheerleaders from the ugly raper. Paris had come back with his license and was directing Delbert when to turn when there was a sharp curve in the path, or to step down when there was a dip in the road as the moonlight was all but eaten by the clouds. Paris stole the gold heart locket from Stig's pocket. Pig. Parcell slashed the tires on the Chevy pickup as James Bond. "That truck," Delbert said when they got to it. That truck it was Red Parsons' truck. He'd know Red Parsons' truck from anywhere. That truck is, you know, don't you, old man?" Paris said as he pulled out his license and aimed. "You know, don't you?" "God loves you." "What?" "No, God loves you." Come on. "Jesus loves you." Jesus loves you. Your mother loves you. Fuck. Your mother loves you. Oh. "You all is from different daddies. You all is from different blood." Dottie Stone was leaning on the kitchen telling the twins a story they'd heard every night for years. "The men was good for the night, most of them. Most of them just did their business and rolled off. Some of them rode my titties for a while. Some of them left me $1 for it. $1 off back in. Yeah. One of them, he took me to Ironton to the liquor store 'cause he said he loved me. Said they'd more to love to me. Paris's daddy, a seller. Yes, you know, Paris is the only one of you young'uns I ever really loved. Paris's daddy, yeah, a seller of books. Yeah. He give me one with a picture of Jesus in it one time, but you girls burned it up. Why'd you burn up that book? It had his address in it. Ah! The twins were knocked against the wall. "I named him Paris 'cause that's the capital of France. Bet you didn't know I know that, did you?" Paris's daddy, yeah, France man, a big, big, hairy man. Satisfied me, and Lord, I'm so stretched. I'm stretched. Yeah, I loved it. A seller of books. Dottie Stone set her mind on happier times and went in to change her dress. The twins were glad to see Paris, and started to strip when they saw the old man and the gun. The old man looked like he might shoot them all. His smile was like that man's they saw on the news that time before their mom fell on the TV. Paris's eyes were too green, like he'd seen something new that he didn't know what to make tell of, like the eyes of the man they saw on the news that time before their mom fell on the TV. "Paris, Paris," they said in that echo effect. "Jesus," he said. Mother, he said in a voice they'd never heard before. Jesus, he said as he fell to his knees and pulled out the gold heart locket on a chain as an offering to the flesh that bore him. Delbert held the gun outright, quivering, proud, oh, so proud of the greatest coup de ville de God he had ever achieved. A murder confession and a save stone in a breath. Oh, thank God, soon he would be home for Johnny Carson, prayer, tea, and bed. Parcell, under the house, was thinking, if this is reality, the movies ain't shit. What'd you bring me? Dottie Stone was sagging the doorway in a pink dress made from 3 bed sheets. No one had ever seen it before. What'd you bring me, she said as she looked in Paris's green eyes like hers and saw her cellar. Her Harry France man who loved her folds, loved her bigness, saw his gold heart as he ran into her huge arms to be smothered by her bigness, her pinkness perfumed, hiding other smells. Delbert, Pammy and Patty and Pammy and Patty and Pammy and Patty and Patty, I saw it all happening, saw it all, but knew in the course of this day or any other they had no right to stop it. Delbert, he was prayed out. Oh, he could not muster another that might possibly save this very creation from revelation, from crushing her son's head with her hug. Crushing the stone that he saved. And as in the movies, when they tack something on the end, when everything that's important has happened but this one exciting thing, Parcell killed a rat.